Welcome to Grumpily Ever After, our uncensored podcast where swoon-worthy meets eye-rolling as I, an avid reader and adventure romance author, chat with my grumpy husband who has inspired all of my book boyfriends written to date. Join us as we chat about books he'll never read, words he thinks are stupid, and all his grumbles in between. If nothing else, we hope to make you smile and brighten your day. At least a little. So, settle in and let's see where today's chapter takes us. Welcome to this episode of Grumpily Ever After. My name is Lindsey. I'm your co-host.
Dennis, the other host.
And happy Friday, everyone. Dennis.
Yeah, happy Friday. Yay.
How are you today?
Tired.
Yeah?
Yeah, but good. Glad I made it the week.
I'm trying to think if we have any new recommendations for folks. I can report that I have been binge watching, I think it's called Sullivan's Crossing on Netflix, and it's pretty cheesy, but it's also pretty gutting, so I've been kind of addicted to it. And I will also admit this, I was talking about this at book club last night. I have started watching Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman again, as you know, from the 90s. And yeah, I actually am really enjoying it. It's so wholesome. I can't remember the last time I watched something so wholesome. So I'm liking that as well. It's a nice little nostalgic watch. Easy peasy. Though the quality is really poor because it's so old, so it really hurts my eyes. It's all pixelated.
It's pretty grainy.
Yeah, it is. But anyways, I was trying to think of anything else.
I mean, I guess I would recommend for the Parasite movie. I think it's worth a watch. I haven't heard much about it aside from that, whatever that list was. I mean, if you're into Korean subtitled movies, have at it. And then what was the one we watched? The Dracula one.
Oh, Nosferatu.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was pretty good. Pretty weird, but like I said, I think it's. I don't know. I like the story. It wasn't just your traditional Dracula running around sucking people's blood. So
it's still mind-boggling that it's the same actor, the Skarsgård, who does all the creepy, like It and all the creepy guys. He does such a good job.
He's like the new. I can't remember that actor's name, but the guy that played Gollum.
Yeah, Andy Sykes or something. Yeah,
King Kong, or he did all that type of crazy character.
Yeah.
Thing.
I will report too. We went and saw Jurassic Park, which was enjoyable, but it was also annoying. And but of all the things I did not care for about it, if you do want to see a movie on the big screen, that's a good one to go to. I liked some of the new dinosaurs, and I disliked the main dinosaur. It is the stuff of nightmares. It's like I felt like I was watching an alien movie, which really kind of took me out of the story, to be honest. So that was one of the many things that were kind of irksome. But in general, I liked some aspects of it. So I recommend at least seeing it on the big screen.
Yeah, I like the banter between the characters. Some characters, mainly Johansson. Everyone else seemed kind of as filler.
Yeah. But we won't bore you guys with our opinions. Today, I wanted to do something that I think is going to be fun. And I feel like I'm always picking on romance books, which is hilarious because I read them all the time and I love them. But it's just fun because it's so out of your element, I guess. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at... That's inappropriate. What we're going to do today is we are going to go through a list of things that we see a lot in romance movies or in romance books. I'm going to specifically think of romance movies or shows because that's something you can relate to more. But certain things that are very common when you are watching romance entertainment, and that would be just certain things in movies that as I read through, you'll be like, oh yeah, that happens in a lot of movies. So what we're going to do is as I read each one, you're going to rank it on a scale 1 to 10, You can only rank each number once, though. So if you're like, oh, that's so bad, I'm putting that as like the number one, and then you get something else that you're like, oh, that's so much worse, you can't do number one.
Oh, yeah, a commit to the placement.
So just keep that in mind.
Oh.
And I'll keep track, so I'll let you know what you can and can't do unless you are going to try and keep track. So, okay. So there's going to be 10 of them, and you're going to rank them, and we're going to talk about if you think they're ridiculous, if they don't bother you, that's fine too. If you think they're just annoying or if they're overdone or whatever, and we'll just kind of talk about each one as we go.
All right, but before we start, the scale is 1 to 10. 1 being
the absolute worst of the list, and 10 being like, meh, I don't care.
Most annoying, as I think.
Yeah, ridiculous, annoying, overdone, however you want to do it. Just something it like maybe bugs you the most, you know?
Okay.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
All right. So these are in no particular order. I'm just going to go down and read them through the list. So in movies, when we'll say the guy and the girl, but for me, obviously the girl comes to mind, is after it's two different ways. It's either after like a sexy night or just sleeping regardless. They wake up and they look perfect. Their hair is perfect. Their makeup, I mean, there's nothing out of place. They always just look great. Male or female, however you want to look at it. What do you have to say about that?
Purely on how they look.
Yes.
I don't really care. I mean, I notice it, but it's not, it doesn't bug me. So I'll put that at a 9.
For me, yeah, I notice it and I'm like, I kind of roll my eyes, but I also know it's setting the scene for whatever's coming next. So it's kind of like you know, I don't know. It's definitely not realistic, but I think partially I'm immune to it and partially it annoys me. Okay.
Yeah, it's more, like you said, it's more with females. I mean, guys usually, it's a higher percentage of dudes that just wake up and they go about their day and it looks like they just woke up. Like there's no prep and getting ready and all that stuff. Like it is more obvious with females.
Yeah.
So
I like how we recently watched What's My Number or What's Your Number? I forget. Anyway, it has Anna Faris and Chris Evans, and I absolutely love that movie. Seen it a couple times now, and I really like in that movie how it actually shows her waking up early to get prettied up and then sneak back in bed looking like she woke up looking like $1 million, because that's more realistic to me, her being ridiculous and it's showing her being ridiculous, right? Than her just waking up with like perfectly rosy cheeks and her mascara. I'm sorry, but my mascara smears even if it's waterproof. It smears just touching it. So I'm like,
yeah, a strong wind can come by you.
Yeah.
And
so I'm just sitting here going like, how is every single eyeliner still in place? And yeah, maybe I'm just jealous. I don't know. We can chalk up to that too. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So next, the rain scenes when people confess their love in the middle of a rainstorm.
Does that ever happen? And maybe it's just because we don't
in real life. You mean?
Live in a rainy area, or
like people just standing in the rain getting drenched. I think of The Notebook specifically is the first thing that came to mind, and it's just, like, it's a great scene and everybody loves that scene, but it's so like it happens in a lot of movies and a lot of shows or whatever. It's just so, I think it's so unrealistic. I don't think that is a real thing that people would do. People would go inside, you know, or something, get in a car, or I don't know.
I go 8.
Okay. This is one of my all-time favorites / most ridiculous. The dramatic airport chase. Somehow they get through security. They get through.
I see the rain thing happening, be more realistic and happening more frequently than the airport scene. Like,
yeah,
them rushing to the counter with no line, buying a ticket to wherever place, going through TSA lickety split, and then no. and then somehow knowing exactly what gate to go to and it not being at the complete opposite side of the airport like it always is. Put that at 5.
5? Okay. Yeah, to me, I think that is to me, I think that ranks of your car chases of when you get frustrated about how like that would never happen. It doesn't make me upset, but it's pretty ridiculous. So every time it happens, I'm just like, okay, well, here we go. We're doing this again. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe 10 years ago, before people were, there was it was just being in an airport was a complete nightmare to begin with, like now it's just nobody even wants to be there. It's just so horrible. So I don't know. It just seems silly. All right. So the next one, how do you feel about, I know you've kind of talked about this before, at least when we're talking about book boyfriends, there's always the bad boy with the dark past. How do you feel about those male characters?
They've
Like, do
kind
you
of
get
been
you're mysterious?
have been beaten to death. I mean, you can pretty much assume what's going to happen when this type of character is introduced. There's tension, there's friction. He's an ass. He's mysterious. He's quiet, but he's freaking gorgeous. They're going to hook up. Just give it time. He's going to help her rescue, do something good that shows a glimmer of something, or I can, it's whatever. It's fucking dumb.
Tell us how you really feel, Dennis.
I give it a whopping, I'll put that at 3.
All right. I like that one. I know it's so
shocker.
All right.
These writers play you guys like fiddles.
Yeah. So shocker. I love the bad boys, the brooding bad boys with the dark past. Okay. Making out first thing in the morning.
Yeah, it's
Unbrushed teeth and all.
That's funky.
It's one of those things where it is hard to look past that, especially because it's so relatable. Like I feel like the first thing, like if I know you're gonna kiss me, the first thing I do is I run and I brush my teeth because I get self-conscious and like it's just real life,
I don't know. Maybe we're just weird, but
I don't know. Maybe
it's the first thing that pops in my head. Or I think I'm pretty sure I always make a comment like, "Ew," or "brush your teeth," or something to that effect. Because it's like, yeah, in the movies, the girl looks like a 10, and the guy's rolls over and freaking they kiss and whatever, and I'm like, dude, you guys just slept with gaping mouths open, snoring for 8 hours. Go brush yourself.
I remember I really appreciated in America's Sweethearts. It has Julia Roberts and John Cusack, and I remember there was a morning after scene where she was even talking to him through her sheet because she didn't want him to smell her bad breath, and I thought that felt so realistic and was really endearing. It made me like her even more as a character because she was quirky and like felt like a real person versus just, like a Catherine Zeta-Jones who wakes up with her pretty perfect coiffed hair and her makeup and probably has breath that smells like, Altoids. I don't know, but
yeah, or at least work in one of those. I don't even know if they have them anymore. I'm sure they do, but I've never seen them. Those like Listerine strips.
Just have a bunch in your
Just have it
table.
just found a nightstand, pop one of those in real quick, and at least that's a pass.
In the movies, the guys always have the drawer that's full of condoms. Like you could have condoms and you could have Listerine strips.
Make an effort, not just
okay, all right.
I mean, we sleep probably TMI with night guards and stuff. Like,
yeah, that doesn't help. Huh? We're like
pulling out that freaking or retainers. Like everyone's routine's different, but I don't know.
Yeah,
it's just weird.
Okay, what would you rank that one then?
I think I say 3 on that one.
You did the brooding
2?
bad boy. It was 3.
Oh shit, bad boy. 3. I'll put that at 2.
Okay. All right. What do you think about the spontaneous beach love scene? The sand and the rolling around on the beach.
I'm trying to think of an example.
Like a movie?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's a ton. Do you want me to look one up?
No, it's fine. But essentially just spontaneous sex scene on the beach.
Yeah, just in general. What is your take on sand sex, I guess? Do you think that it's really like not even just like watching it on television? Does it rub you in any way like thinking that is so uncomfortable, or are you like, meh, whatever, I'll do it? You know what I mean? I guess just how much does it bother you, or how realistic do you think it is?
I think it's not realistic. I don't think it really bothers me just because I think it's like I don't like the sand. Not a big beach person, so I don't think that ever really registers in my mind just because it's so
Out of your bubble.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll put that at 4. Sand gets everywhere. Why would you do it?
All right. I also hate sand everywhere, so that does not sound appealing to me at all. I mean, at least guys have shorts on. If a girl is, well, naked is one thing, but if you're in a bathing suit, you might as well be naked, right? Like if you're in a bikini or something. So that to me is just very uncomfortable. Okay, so what about sex in the car, or especially like, and I'm I'm just laughing because I feel like I might be making this up, but I feel like when we've seen them in movies and you're like, that I don't even think that's possible, like the way certain people, or I don't know. Any thoughts?
I think it's fine. I'd put that at probably a 10 just because it happens. I feel that's more realistic and more doable than sand.
I think there was a scene, for some reason, Gone in 60 Seconds is what comes to mind when you were like, maybe it was what they were saying when they were.
Yeah, the scene
There
itself
was
is just
something.
is ridiculous
Oh, is that
because
what it was?
it's
Okay.
what they're saying. What they're saying is just dumb. They're just listing car parts, and that's arousing them. It's so far out there, but at the same time as well, the car they're in is like a supercar. So the seats and the actual real estate in the vehicles is just dumb. So I guess it's a two-parter.
Okay.
What they're saying is dumb, and then the actual act in such a small area is also dumb.
So, yeah.
A
So
regular car, for sure, no
but
problem.
a sports car, like
Yeah,
super. Yeah. Okay. So, but you did 10 for that one.
yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm indifferent. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
What about the scene when the guy like picks her up and swings her around? How do you feel about that?
Swings her around
Do you
like
know what I'm talking about?
while they're doing a nasty.
No, just like
Are they dancing? Grab
no,
your
but
partner, dosey do.
no, but like when let's just say it's one of those scenes where they're running to each other and then he wraps his arms around her and then he like swirls her around, like picks her up
Oh,
off her feet,
yeah.
that sort of deal.
I like it. I like the idea of being able to pick someone up, but it's got to be, a small lady and a bigger dude. So,
Let's just be really clear. Poor Dennis. Well, maybe not poor because I am a big person, but yeah, I don't let Dennis pick me up. It makes me feel very uncomfortable.
never in the 20-some years, she's never let me pick her
Nope.
up.
Nope.
I'll put that at 7.
Okay. I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable. Okay. The romantic surprise with it require this one always gets me. That requires like breaking and entering. Okay. And this happens a lot too. It's like, I want to take her on this romantic date, and so I'm gonna sneak us into Madison Square Garden, or like a stadium, or You know what I mean?
An ice rink.
An ice rink. Yeah.
That shut down or
Yeah.
that. Okay. Gotcha. I think that's pretty cheesy. I think that's unrealistic. Man, I don't know if I use my 1 or 6. Man, decisions. I'll put it at 1. I think it's pretty dumb.
Okay. I feel like that happens a lot in rom-coms, especially, is they always sneak in thinking it's like some romantic gesture. And of course it always is in the movie, but I mean, what is like you're essentially willing to go to jail to go shoot some hoops and like have this quote unquote surprise, spontaneous.
Or even they use it like in historical sites, you know, like a section at the Colosseum or something is closed, and oh, let's go underneath this velvet rope and go get lost somewhere, and
Yeah, that's true.
like those kinds of scenes where it's like you're clearly breaking some kind of law or something to be adventurous, which is cool in thought, but you're still doing something illegal.
Well, I'm very sad, and I feel.
Let's break into more areas, P.
Yeah, I'm like, why have you never done this for me? I'm trying to think of where I would want to go, and I can't think of anything.
Oh, next trip, we'll break into somewhere.
Great, and then we're going to be thrown into a prison in another country, which is really fantastic. I can't wait.
We just play the
speak in English.
We're American. We don't, we're dumb. I couldn't read the sign. What do you want from me?
Okay, so the last one is like, I'm going to quit the job that I love or my dream job as a romantic gesture so that you can be with the other person.
Well, I only got 1 spot left, so they'll put it at 6. I don't know. You're essentially, I mean, it's hard because is it someone's like full-blown career that they've worked towards their entire life and they're leaving that behind for this person? Or is it just like a job at
dream job?
I don't know. That's rough. You're essentially telling the person to change for your partner or the other person. So it's a big ask. Big ask.
Agreed. And I think that, I mean, there are obviously exceptions and people are selfless like that, and it's a beautiful gesture, but I think in movies they make it seem so easy peasy, There were a couple other ones that I took off the list. The virgin who's somehow amazing at every single thing. Doing that, like having sex for the first time, that was one.
Oh yeah, like somehow being a master pro at everything.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you've never done anything, and all of a sudden, you're
that's more that happens in books a lot. Another one was watching people while they're sleeping, and if it's creepy or not.
How is it not creepy? How is it not creepy? There's no way around that one.
Yeah. Another one was people, they're like half dead and they're all wounded and bleeding all over the place and they still look like $1 million. So
I totally thought you could go some other direction with that.
What?
Oh, you're gonna say like someone's bleeding out or something, and then that like start making out or something.
Well, that too. That happens all the time too.
It turns sexual. It's like, dude, you just got stabbed. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Too. That happens all the time too.
In books?
No, but in shows for sure.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In movies and stuff. All right, so how do you feel about this? So for number 1, you put the romantic surprise that requires breaking and entering. Number 10 was the sex in a tiny sports car.
I think it's all right. I think I'd probably swap number 1 and number 2.
2 was making out first thing in the morning.
Yeah, the morning breath. I think I'd probably put that at 1 if I could, but Bad Boy number 3 is just overplayed. Sand sex is something I would not enjoy to do, and it just seems messy. Airport scene, it's just ridiculous, but no big deal. 6 was leaving career, dream job. 7, picking the girl up, twirling,
swinging her around. Yeah.
8 was the rain confessing love scene. 9 was waking up looking pretty.
Yep.
10, sex in the car.
So you're happy. You're happy with your choices for the most part.
Yeah.
Good for you.
How do you feel about my ranking?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It sucks because I was trying to think of things that I know that you've commented on before, but obviously I can't just like remember all the things.
Yeah, I think like bottom 5, I don't really feel like I have a reaction. It's just a thing that happens. But
Yeah.
bad boy, I'd probably roll my eyes and it's predictable, or I try to predict what's gonna happen.
What if he's a shadow daddy?
Oh my god. And the morning breath for sure, eye rolls or comments happen.
What about those movies when they're at like a club or a concert and they're just having a conversation, like they would actually be able to hear each other? I hate that too. That happens a lot. Or in action sequences and they're having full-blown arguments or conversations and like explosion here and then something and then they're running over here and then they're arguing about something or whatever and then explosion or what, I don't know. I feel like that happens too, depending on what you're watching.
I think one thing you just remind me is gets an eye roll for me is when there's a couple or even if they're enemies to lovers type thing, they're arguing. They're clearly in a fight and it's heated. And then all of a sudden, like someone pulls them into them and start making out and then it turns sexual. It's like, that would never happen. Like I'd catch a freaking slap to the face or something. Like blood's boiling. You really think that person's gonna sit there and like get turned on and start making out after?
Well, I guess some people would.
A shouting match. Yeah,
but I can see
it happening.
Generally speaking, though, yeah, you're right. She'd be like, "Get the."
Let me. Oh, this is the perfect time to show my forcefulness and grab you and have my way with you. It's like, what the hell? No, she's gonna punch you in the mouth.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's wrap up and say what we're thankful for and get our weekend started.
Oh, Friday. Boop, 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 boop.
Which means time to make dinner. Fun times here in the Poe Gonzalez household.
Yuppers.
I am grateful for Blue. And for those of you who do not know, Blue is my cat. And she's adorable and she's a little shit. She's a little shit. Don't get me wrong. But I've had a lot of cats in my life. I'd never had dogs. I've always had cats growing up. And I don't know if it's my age or what, but I've never had a cat that felt like an actual kid. And I mean that as in just how much I love her and can't stand her and that I have to train her and that she's like a teenager who talks back and just like all the things. But I love that she's reliable and she walks me to the mailbox and she always waits for me in the morning and she has her different meows for me and I always know what she wants for the most part. And she's cuddly and she's just my Blue and I love her. So she's my little Blue. And she just turned 4, I think.
She was a hellion as a kitten.
Mm-hmm.
But we also had her in a cage and whatnot because of beasts, so it's to be expected. A
crate. We were crating her. A big dog crate, just so everyone doesn't think that we have her just locked in a bird cage or something.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. No, Beast, yeah, we had to keep him separate for a little while because he had surgery. But yeah, no, she was just crazy. She's a crazy kid. She's got a lot of quirks. She's a rescue cat, so she's got a lot of quirks, but maybe that just makes me love her all the more. So
I'm on a roll. It's like 3 times in a row. I'm gonna say grateful for you. I was sick for a week, and you were my little nurse. So
I was.
Thank you for all that you did and helping me out.
You're very welcome, babe. Well, I should tell everybody that this Grumpy Pants over here is super sweet, and the first sign of getting sick, he goes and stays in the other room. So he was sleeping in another room for over a week. So he made sure that I didn't get sick as well, and I appreciate you doing that because that would suck. We're both sick. Whose turn is it for the inhaler? Whose turn is it for the fever reducer? Whose turn is it for the?
You're pretty immune to all the things that I bring home.
Yeah, that's because I'm awesome, Dennis.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. Well, that wraps up our show for today. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Dennis, thank you for humoring me. And we'll talk to you guys next time. Happy listening and reading adventures. Until then.
Mahalo.
Bye. Well, that's a wrap on this episode of Grumpily Ever After. Whether you're here for the book talk or the banter, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed our brand of chaos, don't forget to subscribe and join us next time for more book chats and married mayhem. Stay grumpy, stay bookish, and we'll catch you next time.